on, everybody? It's Chris Classic dropping the car vlog. Just got out of work. Hope you guys are having a blessed Saturday. God loves you. I love you. Never forget that. Christ loves you. Let's get to it. The biggest story since yesterday was Triple H announcing his retirement from in-ring action. You know, a lot of us, unfortunately, we didn't think it was looking pretty good because of the injuries he had and the age. Then he was also talking about the fluid, and he was dang near pronounced dead. And now he has a defibrillator in him. You know, a lot of us, we weren't expecting his career to end like that prior to the injury, the stuff that he was going through and suffering from last year. You know, with wrestling and me being a wrestler, we do not know when our last match is going to be. I mean, we can sometimes say a date and God bring us through that date, but sometimes just an injury happens. One good injury, we will, you know, it'll literally take the life out of some of us for wrestling and stuff like that, especially if we have kids and we want to do things with them or we want to have fun and things like that. But with his injuries, it was and more internal than anything. You know, I'm glad that he pulled through, and this is the best thing that he can do right now. So it's understandable. One thing that I will always respect about Triple H is his contributions. Excuse me, thirsty. Is his contributions to pro wrestling. You know, I'm not even just talking about WWE alone because he works there. I'm talking about pro wrestling in general. Regardless of how you feel about the product of WWE, you cannot tell me that Triple H was not made for this business. You cannot say that. You know, even with his reign of terror, you know, the part where not many people going over. A lot of people critical on his multiple title reigns because of his affiliation with his wife, who is the daughter of Vince McMahon. A lot of us couldn't stand him. And instead of him doing what a lot of people are doing, no shade, trying to be a face as quick as possible, listening to other people, he did what he was supposed to do. Be a heel. Get under your skin. Be irritating. These are things that I wish more heels would do. And a lot of these veterans that are on social media, they will actually tell you this for free. For the free. I talk to Atlas all the time. Atlas is one of those dudes where he looks like that's what he's about. And I think that aspect of being a heel and even a face, sometimes people forget. You know, I hear it's fun to be a heel. I was a heel only like one match or something like that. And I tried to do something. It just didn't work. I just think I'm more of a face. I smile too much. But that heel aspect that Triple H had, that not only was this guy was like a huge guy that goes to the gym, but with Evolution, he had more people. And then he had Ric Flair with him. Come on, man. Like, how in the world do you compete with Ric Flair, one of the dirtiest players in the game? You get what I'm saying? Like, how? And you do your own thing. He made his own path with Ric Flair by his side. You do not understand how crazy that is, because Rick was already an over-the-top character. You loved him or hate him. But the fact that Triple H was the leader of a group that had Flair in it, like, if you want to, pause the video and think about that. Triple H was the leader of a faction that involved Richard Flair. Come on, man. And made a legacy in himself, and also building Randy Orton and Batista, because that's how he saw Rick in his career. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then the big payoff was eventually Batista, you know, overcoming him and stuff like that. Now, I personally do think that some other people could have had longer reigns with that stuff, like even Goldberg. Like, Goldberg came in, and a lot of people thought he was going to win that Elimination Chamber, and then Triple H got the sledgehammer and hit him. And then when he did beat Triple H, his reign didn't last that long. You know, it went back to Triple H. But Triple H was the epitome of what a heel should be. This is why people respect and hate, really hate, and adore MJF, because he's like that in and outside of the ring. When Triple H was running stuff like that, you know, it wasn't a lot of social media sites. Internet was around, but it wasn't a lot of people just really voicing their opinions, and wrestlers was reading these opinions and following that. You had to go out there and be that and act that. Triple H did a great job with that. MJF is doing a great job with that. And this dude is so young and he's still learning. Like, come on, man. Triple H was one of those dudes that my older brother for sure, that was one of his favorite wrestlers. He was inspired. He used to work out. He used to do a whole bunch of stuff. And then even his theme song, like, come on, man, how many of us sung that theme song? Time to play the game. Like, come on, man, the guitar riffs and everything, all of that, like that's you. If you loved him or hate him, you know that song was a banger. And then you knew this man was going to disrespect everybody by spitting some water in their front row. Let me tell you something. I've never went front row to a WWE event. But if Triple H came on my side with his Aquafina and did that to me, it is on site. I don't care. Look, it looked awesome for him to do it on other people. But you're not spitting on me, fam. I don't care how it is. You're going to see H2O for real. But it was dope. Like, we sung his song, bow down to the king. Like, regardless of what theme he had, even with DX, bow to the master. Like, this dude, a lot of people liked him and a lot of people hated him. What he did was he devoted everything into whoever he was and the character he portrayed. Even the Hunter Hearst Hemsley theme, riding out with William Regal and stuff like that. Terrorizing. Boy, going back. Like, this guy was meant for this business. You have a lot of people who are athletes who can wrestle and everything, but they're not meant for this business. They don't last long, or they quit, or you can just tell they have no passion for the business. I really wish we cracked down on that, but we don't, because everybody's trying to make money in this business. Another video. But Triple H was one of those dudes, man. He's on the Mount Rushmore of a lot of people. Like, a lot of people don't understand the trying to be a heel, to being that cool to where people are buying your shirts. And, he was saying, the King of Kings. Now, me being a man of faith, really didn't like that he went that route. But, it worked for him on a lot of people. A lot of people was calling him that. Or even The Game. Like, come on, man. I wish I came up with that. Oh, it's The Game, Chris Classic. Oh, it's The Game, Classic Alpha. Like, come on, man. This man called himself The Game. To start over in the Titantron, like, that stuff was so deep, man. It was so dope, yo. So I'm not gonna lie, this man, what he has done for wrestling, he has, just wrestling alone, he has done a great job. Then NXT, that's, my goodness. NXT was the reason to get the network, besides it, one, being $9.99 a month, and two, watching some of WrestleManias and your pay-per-views. I'll give it that. But NXT, the stuff that he did and how everybody was into NXT so much that we considered NXT its own company. It's not WWE, it's NXT, even though it's a branch, a subset under it. But that's just how good of the quality content they had. The characters they were behind. The crowd, too. We got to give it up to the crowd there. The crowd made these people feel alive. Now, when they did get called up, some were good, some were bad, some was misused, abused. Fried, died, laid to the side. But his contributions to it, to the point to where people were like, man, I can't wait for Vince to step down and let Triple H get the reins of the company, because, man, if NXT is a smidge of what Triple H can do as a producer, as a part of the company, we cannot wait. WWE will be here for a long time. It's going to be here for a long time regardless. But the way Triple H was running things, so many people were just into it, man. And even his character work, when he did slow down and put over guys and were wrestling with these guys and stuff like that. Like, this guy is the truth. This guy was legit, regardless of how you feel about it. We knew that he was into this business. So one of the best things that I've seen that he's done was when he was motivating those guys on that Tough Enough season. He was saying, like, it's not a game. And then it's like, that stuck with me, because you have to take this business seriously. You can't smile and stuff when it's training and stuff like that. If you messing up, you got to be hard on yourself to be better. And that's what I peeped from that. Like, he is a part of my wrestling childhood, even though majority of the time I wanted the man to go away. But when he got injured and came back, jean jacket Triple H, biggest pops. One of the biggest pops you've ever seen in WWE. And y'all know what I mean when I say jean jacket Triple H. There is nothing as big as that jean jacket Triple H. Man, oh my goodness, man. That jean jacket came out, everybody lost their mind. Triple H had that jean jacket on. You couldn't even find a jean jacket, man. Like I said, man, I'm just reminiscing. on a lot of stuff. You know, like I said, it's really becoming an end of an era for some of us. I'm 32, and we grew up watching some of these guys, and we got inspired to wrestle and inspired to promote and stuff like that. But it really is. A lot of guys retiring, some people coming in and coming out. It's just the end of an era. But I will say Triple H was a great contributor to this sport of professional wrestling. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.